Hey, I want to welcome everybody to the show today. I've got one of my good friends on the call, Sheri in Atlanta. Sheri, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. It's a beautiful day. Excited to get going.
Awesome. Well, why don't we just jump in real quick with, a little bit about you, where you're at location wise, and maybe like what your, expertise or specialty is in real estate.
Sure. Okay. So I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I actually recently just relocated back here. I was in Orange County, California before that. And so I have been in real estate since 2004. I got started in real estate and started out as a landlord and got into rentals. I have rentals in Indianapolis, Raleigh, and Atlanta. And then decided I wanted to get into investing full time. So I left my solid, VP position job to go into flipping houses full time. So I've now been over the last 4 years buying houses and fixing them up and then reselling them. I'm also licensed as an agent. So got kind of all aspects covered, I guess, at this point.
Very cool. So, what made you decide to get into real estate?
Initially I got in accidentally, to be honest with you. The initial decision was through being a landlord because I was being relocated from Atlanta, Georgia to Phoenix, Arizona. And we didn't really want to sell our house. We thought we might end up coming back to Atlanta at some time. So I literally went down to the hardware store. I bought a for rent sign. I think I looked in like the penny saver back then and looked at, how much rents would be, what it looked like people are charging. Found a tenant and that same tenant ended up being there as a whole family for 10 years. And it went really well. I was very fortunate that as a landlord, it kind of went smooth. So I decided to get into more rentals and realized the benefits of passive income and being able to build wealth through real estate. So started looking at other investment opportunities and got into other rentals. So I bought a couple in Raleigh next, and then a few more in Indianapolis. And about 10 years later, I ended up going back to Atlanta when that tenant moved out. And I was actually camping in our living room. My father came down and we fully flipped that house. And actually, it's funny, it was like this week, a while ago. So we did new roof, new flooring, new paint, everything, floor to bottom, brand new master bathroom, gutted that thing out. So I got really excited at that point about the flipping. We did that whole house in like 2 weeks. It was a 3,000 square foot, 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. So it wasn't a small task. So I got into flipping at that point, or shortly thereafter, I should say. I got into flipping full time, went and got my license, and just all the different facets that come with investing in real estate, from obviously the appreciation that you can possibly get from the equity that you build, having other people paying your mortgage, and then obviously the passive income that you get. So there's a lot of benefits.
Absolutely. Very cool. Now, I know that you're a published author. Let me ask you, how do you use your authorship to, benefit your customers or get more of them? What are some specific things that you're doing, by being an author that maybe were, difficult or more challenging, or inaccessible beforehand?
Well, I think, obviously being an author, I think that gives you a lot of credibility. And I think that I use the book in a lot of different ways. Big part of also why I got into real estate, flipping full time, was really to help the people. And, I was raised part-time by my grandparents growing up. And so I just felt like there's a lot of seniors out there that don't know where they're going and how to get there. So being able to offer that as a tool to my potential customers, to really help walk them through. I think they really see me as being an expert, and they see that I want to help them. I'm not out there just trying to make, the next sale and buy the house, but I'm really out there trying to, help them with their needs. So, one, I mean, obviously with my customers, when somebody calls in, I'm able to, you know, send them a book right away. And then secondly, you know, I'm doing workshops out there educating. So I've actually partnered with different types of people. We have a group that is, I'm working with a woman right now. She's a placement agent. So she helps place seniors into new living situations, generally assisted living or residential assisted living. And then I've also partnered with a company that will do everything from, you know, they will work with the senior on sorting, packing, moving, and then even selling, doing like an online auction or like an estate sale for their stuff that they want to leave behind. And, you know, it's just a perfect marriage, because what I have found with the book is, you know, most of the seniors I work with, I feel like they do not know how to get from point A to point B. You know, when they're looking to move, it's just, you know, I had a customer that she called me one day and she said, I can't do this. I said, what do you mean you can't do this? And she didn't know if you put the paper in the box first or the item in the box and then the paper on top, right? So partnering with these strategic partners and then going out and educating people on the options that are available for selling their home and doing workshops and webinars has been huge for, you know, getting customers and, you know, just getting, you know, more kind of, as I say, credibility as well.
Sure, absolutely. So, you know, you've been in a lot of people's homes and you've helped a lot of people in your real estate career. What would you say are kind of maybe the 2 or 3 biggest mistakes that you see, you know, just, you know, adult homeowners, seniors, just homeowners in general? What are like the biggest mistakes that you see people making out there that, you know, you do your best to educate them on so that, you know, they don't keep repeating the same mistakes?
Absolutely. Probably the biggest one is not planning and thinking ahead on what they, you know, where they're going to go, what's going to be, you know, what they need to do. So even before they're ready to sell the house, I think they need to work with like their children or somebody to help create a plan and know where they're going. I met with a client actually yesterday and talked to his son, and he's like, he has no idea where he's going. You know, and that's sort of the first step, right? So not having a clear plan. And then another one is like the children. A lot of times the kids don't really know what the parents want. And they're not, you know, they might have one plan, they're not maybe on the same page. And I think that's really important to involve the kids early on in that plan and the communication on, you know, where they go from there. And then, you know, the senior advisors as well, other people not being involved to really, again, like placement agents, you know, people, they try to go out on their own and figure out where they're going. And it can be overwhelming to a senior, right? So just everything from the plan of what they're going to do with their house, how they're going to move forward with getting, you know, a lot of times they have a lot of deferred maintenance, right? So what is the best strategy, whether it's to sell it, you know, fix it up themselves, coming up with that plan, and then where are they going to go and how to get there, you know?
And another one, I'm sure that, you know, in your career, you've worked with people that have, you know, various amounts of experience. And some people come over to seniors' houses and, you know, just homeowners' houses, and they talk a great game, but then, you know, the fulfillment isn't there. And, you know, and so what are the like main things if somebody is out there and they're looking to bring on a real estate professional to help them with this journey? I mean, we obviously know you're a published author in the space and you know, have a lot of credibility, but just looking at it objectively, what are like the main questions that people should be asking of a realtor or a real estate investor to see if this is somebody that they should actually, you know, work with?
Sure. Well, I mean, the first thing is they want to know, you know, are they familiar with the area and are they familiar with all the aspects? I mean, there's a lot of real estate agents that'll come in and tell you your house is going to be worth, they'll be able to sell it for this much. And, you know, they don't know, again, that might tell them what they want to hear. And then in reality down the road, they might tell them, oh, we can't sell your house for that price. We need to lower the price, right? There's things like that that happen. So I think asking the questions of, how long is the contract if we're going to sign, are they doing a 1-year listing agreement, those kinds of things. Are they an expert in that area? Are they really familiar with that neighborhood? And like with real estate investors, I think, are they going to actually close on the house? Are they going to be able to perform? Do they have the funds available? I think there's questions on, are they using their people, or are they, again, using somebody else to come in and actually close the deal? So there's a lot of questions with investors. They want to make sure that what kind of, what do you call it? Inspection periods they have. How long do they have to be able to back out? Are they going to be able to perform? So they really want to make sure they're doing their homework, especially, with investors and agents. There's a lot of people that will tell you a lot of what you want to hear and then turn around and they're doing something else, on the backside.
Right. Yeah. So there are consequences for not getting it right. And I know that you have a book that you can share with your audience. And so what is the best way, we can ask a couple more questions, but as we're kind of wrapping up here, what's the best way for people to reach out to you, and what's the best way for them to get a copy of your book that has these questions in it that they can go through and really kind of educate themselves before they go down this really important path?
Absolutely. And they can absolutely, they can contact me directly. They can either email me and I can get the contact information. My email is Sheri, Sheri, at realresultsrealtyllc.com. So they can certainly reach out via email. They can call me direct. And, we can send them a copy, right away. And, we can even, email them a couple of chapters for them to get started before they actually get the hard copy in their hands. So, good.
Very good. Very good. Well, let me ask you this, I know that, Atlanta is a big market, and there's a lot of kind of real estate needs, and I'm sure that you want to help as many people as possible. But if somebody's listening to this and they're in Atlanta, who's kind of like the person that your business is set up to really like serve the best? Who's like an ideal person that, you can help?
Yeah, we work with a lot of obviously seniors. We work also with, so seniors who are, again, transitioning out of a home that they've lived in for 30 years. That's probably one of our best clients, and they're not sure where to go. And we also work directly with their adult children. A lot of times it's the children or sometimes even the grandchildren that are reaching out to us. And just, again, trying to figure out what their options are. And, we'll sit down with them together. If, again, the senior and their child, we can sit down with them together and create a plan and a roadmap and go over all of their options, whether that is to fix it up themselves and try to sell it, or whether it is to list it in the condition it's in, or sell it directly to an investor. So seniors, and then we also do work with inherited properties. A lot of times people aren't really sure what to do with the property. It's got a lot of maintenance, but definitely seniors who are transitioning, from their family home of a long time into either maybe a family home or, assisted living.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, anything else that you want to share as we're wrapping up with, folks that you're reaching out to, or any other message you want to get out about your real estate business?
Yeah, I mean, we work with people in, all different neighborhoods and, again, all different situations. We are definitely out there trying to help come up with the best solutions. So, it's worth a phone call. There's no obligation, the book, we'll bring it with us. It's free. We'll send it to you. And, our big goal is just to help guide you through the process so that you can make the best decision, for you as to what's going to be right. And, we're out there trying to help people because there's a lot of people, like I said, that just aren't prepared and really just don't know the options available to them. And we also have people that'll start trying to renovate themselves or do something on their own and get themselves into a situation, and they're calling us in much later down the road after they maybe spent some money. So when you start thinking about it, or even before that, plan ahead, let's meet, let's talk, and we can kind of work out solutions.
Well, awesome. So let's get your the best email address again. Let's fire that off one more time to make sure everybody gets it. We'll put it down in the notes below, and then a contact number that people can reach out to you, and website.
Sure, absolutely. So you can reach me at it's Sheri, SHERI and then it's real, REAL, results, RESULTS, realty, LLC.com. So that's my email. You can reach me directly at 678-234-8890. And that's my direct number. Again, 678-234-8890. And the website is also realresultsrealtyllc.com.
Perfect. Well, of course, always a good pleasure, super pleasure to speak with you again today. I can't wait to hear about everything that you're doing in Atlanta with all these partners and all these homeowners that you're going to help. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Thanks for coming on today and just sharing, some of the things that you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it.
Take care. Always good to see you.
You too. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.